we're gonna do, actually, we thought about doing plant-based pancakes. So it's regular pancakes, but just without the oil, without the egg or without the milk. So I'm gonna show you how you can do, and you just don't need the egg or the milk. You need a plant-based milk, and you see how easy it is. So, and of course, we're gonna have a little extra additions in there. You know, that's how we roll on healthy. So for like any pancake batter, you'll need some dry ingredients and some wet ingredients. So we're going to start with the wet ingredients. This recipe for pancakes has like the equivalent of buttermilk. But we're not going to use buttermilk. We're going to use, like, I have soy milk here. You can use almond milk. You can use oat milk, any oat milk that you want. For the milk, it's like about a cup here of milk. I'm going to put some vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is good. White vinegar is good. This is about 2/3 of, this is how we make buttermilk. So you have some kind of acid. If you don't have vinegar and you have like, give it a little stir. So this is gonna kind of like turn it like buttermilk, a little sour. You could do it with lemon juice if you want. So you mix it a little bit, and then we're gonna do a tablespoon of applesauce. So the unsweetened applesauce, just goodness of like a nice tablespoon, put it in there and mix. So actually, if you let it sit a little bit, you start seeing that it starts thickening and becoming a little clumpy. That's exactly what buttermilk is. Actually, I can feel it already, just like that. Now that's for my wet ingredients. Oh, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of vegetable oil, about any neutral oil would do, like half a tablespoon or something like that, and mix it. Leave the wet ingredients on one side, and we're gonna put on, you're gonna get a bowl, and you're gonna the main ingredients. So it comes for 2 cups of flour. You can do half of it white flour, half of it whole wheat. Always a good idea to mix, at least, it's always too good. Any recipe you can see, for most of them, other than really elaborate breads or cakes, which we don't usually do, is you substitute half the amount of flour for whole wheat flour. So, and then you're gonna put some baking soda and baking powder in it, a pinch of salt, just a little pinch there. And then I put like about a teaspoon of sugar, which is fine. You're gonna mix it. So those are your dry ingredients. And like any recipes, you put your wet ingredients go into your dry ingredients mix, and then you have your batter. But before that, we're gonna add something extra. We're saying we want healthy things. So we're just gonna add some veggies in here. So I have a carrot, I already peeled it. And so I'm gonna go like with my, let me see here, with my grater. The large holes are fine. And I'm gonna grate maybe like a third of a cup carrot. So what are we doing here? We're adding vitamins, we're adding nutrients. They're gonna cook as you cook the pancake. The other alternative for veggies is you can do zucchini. You know, have you heard about zucchini bread, which obviously has grated zucchini in it? Well, it's similar. You can use, so here's a carrot, but the other one is, I have a yellow beet here. Look how beautiful. I cut it just a little bit. So I cut it, I peel it, and I have my, like a third of that beet, and I'm gonna grate it. This is yellow, but if it's purple, perfectly fine. People eat purple pancakes with blueberries. Why wouldn't they do with beet? So again, you're gonna grate it. And this, we're gonna mix it into our whole pancake mix. So I like it. It gets like a little earthy flavor for it. It really is not like you're gonna taste all of the veggies in it. It's very little like what we're adding, but it's a great thing to add because of its nutrients. So there we go. Here's our mixed veggies. So now we're gonna do the batter. So let me put I have a pan there already ready to go. I'm gonna put, with a little bit of oil I put in there. I'm using like safflower oil. So that's it. We mix it. We mix our wet ingredients. See how now it became a little bit thicker. You can, I don't know if you can see, it's a little hard, but so that's our buttermilk. but plant-based. So go ahead and add it in. And then we're going to add the veggies directly in it. So, and it's your choice whether you want to add some fruit. I have some cherries, frozen cherries, so I'm going to add a couple, because why not? You've got blueberries, fresh can be great. So just mix. And that should give you your batter. So the clear thing, and you see how fluffy these are, is the buttermilk that interacts with the baking powder and the baking soda, and it's going to make them nice and fluffy. So here's my pan. I have my oil in there, and it's nice and hot. So let me move it. So you actually, this batter, you can let it rest a little bit, which it always helps. But we're going to go ahead and put our batter. Make sure that you mix, and the bottom part is, there's no dry areas. Anyway, so now we're gonna go, little goes a long way. Oops, got some water in there from my bowl. Careful, because it has oil. So you're gonna do, so this batter, this pancake recipe makes about 10 pancakes or so. This is a little, doesn't, just tilts a little bit, but then can you see? Yeah, there's our pancakes there. So we're gonna let them cook for a little bit. No need to do anything other than just wait and smell the goodness. By the way, I did here on the side a little bit of, I'm gonna show it as that cooks. A little bit of diced apples with the skin on. These are ambrosia apples, but any apples are good. And then with a little pinch of cinnamon, that's it. So this is our, I'm gonna serve this with these fruits. So you have the cherries in there, you have the apple compote. So you don't actually need, these are nice and healthy, but you don't need to have maple syrup. So obviously if you're diabetic or things like that, those things you may wanna lay off a little bit. You can sweeten it with the fruit and with some applesauce too. Oh, by the way, I did not do it in our batter, but if you want to add a handful of like nuts, like walnuts, that's great. You can just add a little, just like a half full, like chop them and put them in the batter. So if you see our pancakes, see how fluffy and tall they're getting? Once you start seeing these little, some of the bubbles come up, see how that bubble is just coming? Yeah. Can weigh just a little bit more, but it's looking good. Yeah, those are Hearty. So, you know, 1 or 2 for serving. I'm going to flip them. I'm going to flip. There you go. See how that nice color? See how we flip them and nice golden color. So here we got our so now let's take these out.
Oh, they look so good.
See how thick they are, and that with the vegetable, but you didn't need, you just needed the you didn't need the egg, or we made our own milk. So we're gonna let it here. So I want to show you a little how you can serve it in a little stack. Let's see if you can see our little stack.
Oh, wow, that's so good.
And then you can serve with a little bit of
yeah,
fruit on the side.
Perfect. I love it. Can you puree the fruits and veggies and add to the wet mixture for the pancakes?
No, not pureed. Well, I mean, the reason for pureeing, no, if you puree it may end up getting too much water, and then affect the ratio of your dry ingredients with your wet ingredients. If you puree them, you'll end up making like adding like a kind of like a sauce to it. So that may be a little bit of a problem. If the pureeing reason is because you don't want to see the vegetables in the in the pancake, just get over that. Let me see. Oh, cut that.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, see how you can get that? Can you see, Clara? So there's the cherry there.
Cherries.
It's nice and steaming. So the carrots and the beet there. Yeah, they're great. Need to take out those other two.
Yeah, and they look so good. I want one of them pancakes right now.
I know you can have them, it's pancakes for breakfast, but you can always have breakfast for dinner sometime, right?
We will be looking into international cooking. We're going to go above and abroad. If you have any suggestions, shoot us some suggestions. Like if there's maybe from a country that you would like to see, and maybe we can adapt it. We'd love to hear from you.